What's up, guys? This
Hi.
is Baskets and
Julie.
or do you want to be Garden State? What's easy? What's better for
Julie.
you? Okay. Baskets and Julie, and I got a lot of questions asked about like what can I resell? How do you make money online? And what we do is when we're not through hiking, we buy stuff at yard sales, estate sales, garage sales, anywhere we can find stuff cheap enough, and then we flip it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. And what we want to share with you guys today is one score that we found at an estate sale. You spent $1,000.
Yeah, it was a lot. Like,
Yeah.
basically, first day of the estate sales, a lot of times I go and I browse, and I'm the kind of reseller that comes back next day when it's 50% off, or even like on the last day, and I just look for stuff I can take a $5 item and turn it into a $20, $25 item. But this was too good to pass up. This is basically some of these sets. The boxes were on one side of the shelf.
Yeah.
And then they had
all of these bins.
Yeah, they had bins on the
full
other
of
side.
like mismatched Legos. So we knew it was going to take a lot of time to sort through them, but they were pretty vintage Legos, 80s, 90s Lego, and they
Mostly
had
90s.
a lot of manuals too.
Yeah.
Had a lot of them. Well, this is Fisher Price, but they had a lot of manuals to go with them.
So like this is basically like a lot of times you see vintage Legos. There's no box, no instructions, but like these are old instructions. This is set from 1991. This right here, if it's complete, this is a $200 set. So there's all kinds of stuff. Like this guy right here, we found one minifigure right here. This guy is on eBay. I haven't seen any solds at $50, but this right here,
It's like a $50
yeah,
Lego
there's only a couple
minifigure.
available. It's a Lego Infomaniac, and it's a pretty rare exclusive figure with the Lego on the back.
Yeah. So it is a lot of work. It's a lot of sorting through Legos.
Oh, I found a Harry Potter stick. I'm just gonna put that up on eBay. And I found me some trimmers. Oh, that's not from the Harry Potter. That's just some trimmers. Oh.
I was trying to figure out which ones match with the box. But after it's all done, how much do you think we'd profit on all of this?
Probably 1,500 plus.
Yeah.
So, but on top of that, like it might not seem like for the amount of work we're doing, it's like it's not a ton of money because it does take some time to see if it's complete. You know what the, but then it gets your algorithm up on all our other stuff.
So it really helps out our eBay business just because it brings more traffic to our eBay store. And then with the $1,000, we got other stuff as well, not just these Legos.
Yeah.
We did a bulk deal. So sometimes if you're buying a lot at an estate sale, you can ask for a bulk deal and they'll give you a little bit of discount. And then she also waived the percentage she would have put on for using a credit card.
Yeah.
So we got that waived too.
So probably like 1,500 to 2,000 profit once all said and done.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is we're gonna have so many like extra pieces left over. And after like as we were building these Lego sets, we looked up what was it called, Bricklink?
Bricklink. Yeah. So we were watching all these YouTube videos, just like looking at like
Geeking
old,
out.
yeah, geeking out, looking up old vintage Legos. And we found out about Bricklink, which is like a website to sell Lego pieces and parts. So it's basically like an eBay, but for just Legos, which is like crazy. That blows my mind.
So we're gonna have like just bins and bins of parts left over, and I'll show some of the extra pieces just so they can get a closer look.
Yeah.
So right here, we already sold the Wild West set for like, what was it, almost $200?
Oh yeah. This one was cool though.
So we have all these Wild West pieces, and these are all
just extras. Well, I think we still have two left. We have the bank and some other little set.
There's a couple sets. There's this set right here.
Yeah. Yeah, these are cool. And then we have this boat. And then it goes with this road here, and then this part goes to it too.
It's like a low.
Oh, yeah, here it is, right here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This one's worth a lot.
Yeah, that's
if you
like
buy it brand new with sealed box, it's $500.
Yeah.
But the ones we saw listed were about 200, I think.
Yeah, we could probably get over 200 in that condition.
Yeah.
There's one nice thing.
Yeah, I did that the other day.
Ice Planet, and then this is about probably a $200 set in this condition because the box is in like really mint condition. And let's see here. There's all these extra parts, just bins and bins of different pieces, all kinds of different pieces here. Railroad parts to railroad sets, and more UFO pieces.
These were my favorite, the UFOs. Those were really fun to build. I'm not sure how much they. I think this one, what, like $40, maybe more.
I don't know.
We'll put it on the screen. But these were really fun to build. These are classic 90s Lego.
Yeah.
But
so this set was complete here. And this one's complete. This vintage one is mostly complete, I think. This is just the box, but the box alone is still worth money. Like
the
we
pirates.
sold. Yeah.
We had a pirate box. Just the
Barracuda.
box. Yeah, Barracuda, the ship. It went for what, $290, right?
No, it went for $130.
Oh, $130.
But so we found 2 pirates boxes and some miscellaneous pieces for $20 at Goodwill. And the Barracuda box with the manual sold for like $130. And then the other pirate set, the Forbidden Island, just the box and manual sold for over $30. And then the pieces were like 50 something.
Yeah.
So 15 minutes of work, that was like over,
yeah,
$200.
we found that right before the estate sale. That's why our minds were blown when we saw that.
So once we saw these, we're like, oh, okay, I think it's going to be worth it.
And then the other thing is we had to buy all of them because if we only bought some, the chances of it being incomplete are higher.
Yeah.
So we kind of wanted to buy all of them because we knew we had a better chance of having more complete sets, which we did. A lot of these were complete. Like
this right here. This is a complete set right here.
Yeah, I'm still going through them. But yeah, that was together. Complete. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work as far as Legos goes. I think one reason why we were able to get it is some resellers who were in there before us, they like saw the bins on one side and the boxes on the other side.
They didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So
and it's a lot of work,
but I'm willing to do it. I like Legos.
Yeah.
And what makes it easier is I'll put the link in the description, but you can find the instructions for the Legos online for free. So that helped me out a lot. Otherwise, I don't know how I would be able to do them. You just look up the number, and then you're able to do them online.
Yeah, so before this, I would do a lot of like clothing, shoes. Like shoes is a big thing. Like I have, how many pairs of shoes do you think I have? Hundreds and hundreds of pairs of shoes. Yeah. But you can get them. The thing with shoes is if they're nice enough, you can get them anywhere from $5 to like $15 at the thrift store. And I mean, I flipped a pair of Louis Vuittons for, I turned $25 into $225. Literally took me 10 minutes to list them and clean them up a little bit.
You do really good with shoes and clothes. And then I know a little bit more about toys. So I do toys and like just collectible items.
Yeah.
Collectible dolls. Yeah.
Pretty much anything you can find cheap enough. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment. Do you resell anything online? If you do, tell us what it is. Yeah. And this isn't like your normal video that we did, but I have hundreds of people like just asking like what should I resell? Like what can I get? Like this right here, this is one item here. Like if you find this in a box, vintage Legos or even newer Legos, retired
like
sets,
at Goodwill, Savers, all those stores. If you see some vintage 90, 80 Lego, you're gonna make a profit on it.
Yeah.
So they're just like no-brainers.
Some Goodwills, they have like those crack prices where they just price it super high though. Yeah. You have to you have to make sure to look that stuff up. Sometimes
make sure you ask to look inside the box. Make sure there's some sort of pieces in there. Unless it's super rare, then the box is probably good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, let us know if you like this type of video. We had a lot of people asking to do a resale video. That's why we did one. But yeah, if you like it, let us know. If not, let us know too.
Yeah.
Let us know. Give feedback.
Cool. And these guys right here are the Imperial Guards from the pirate sets. And there's unfortunately we couldn't get the huge ship. I'm sure it was there and somebody must have grabbed it before we got there. But I sold a set similar to this, just the minifigures, for $65. So we have more of these with weapons. We have a ton of these weapons left over, which is good. These are super collectible. All the old vintage castle sets, 90s, 80s. They're very, very rare. These right here. There's a ton of cool vintage stuff. So